You mentioned briefly streamlined forensic reporting. Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? And can you answer that from both the prosecution side and from the defence side?
I think it was born from good intentions. Well, one of the problems is that we don't know what's effective. And so one of the issues around the streamlined forensic reporting was to perhaps cut down on wastage. There are cases reported, some get investigated, some then just go nowhere. And a lot of these cases will have had forensic science involved in them. I think that was the basis for streamlined forensic reporting. Let's not spend thousands of pounds on unnecessary testing if the defence aren't going to challenge it, or if it's undisputed and there's a guilty plea or whatever, then that was an efficient use of resources. The difficulty, I think, now with streamlined forensic reporting is it's been pushed too far down these efficiency lines in terms of we're going to do the testing very quickly, very cheaply, the minimum we can get away with. You get a computer printout that's very often been generated by an administrator who hasn't done any of the testing, with a standard paragraph that can tell you the very basics. And that if there's no proper understanding that this was only very preliminary or very basic, then dispositive decisions are made on the basis of very, very basic testing. And even that's been misunderstood very often. So there's been examples given where DNA testing has proven, well, the defendant could not be excluded. That's a very long way from this DNA is matched to this defendant and that this is uncontestable. And so somebody in the process has to pick that up and say, oh, this is insufficient, then apply for legal aid to get more testing done, or go back to the CPS and enforce that they get more testing done. So I think the difficulty we're finding with streamlined forensic reporting is it is being used as a shortcut, and if assurances are placed on it or too much weight can be placed on it, then that can be risky. You risk people making guilty pleas where they shouldn't be, and testing not being done. Just another example, a solicitor said to me recently he had an arson charge and he had a streamlined forensic report that said these chemicals were found. But he doesn't know if that means the arson charge is proved. He doesn't know anything about arson, he doesn't know anything about these chemicals. So then he has to argue to the Legal Aid Commission, I need more testing done to test these, but he didn't have the wherewithal. He needed an expert to tell him how to argue that he needed an expert, so he didn't challenge it.